What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? Coach Cole coming to you back with the live show on Facebook Live this week. And our recorded show. Yes, it is. Thursday night. We're actually getting a Thursday night show in this week because Hope Hoopsters action is off for 1 week. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Hope everybody's had a great start to their week. It's been another busy week, as always, as we creep closer to the little thing called Christmas. That's why, yes, the Sports Frenzy studios are a bit of a wreck right now. We got Christmas decorating going on in parts of the house, so you can hear the lovely birds in the background making for a chirping effect on the show tonight because, yes, the birds have now been pushed into my Sports Frenzy office space. Yeah, hopefully they don't get too annoying. Bear with it. It's gonna be a lively show tonight with the birds, apparently. As they're speaking to everybody. Can you say Sports Frenzy? Sports Frenzy? Oh, that shut him up. All right. Hope everybody's week is good. This will be this is technically not the final show of 2019, but next week's show will be our bowl game special to get us through the holidays, why we're off, and yes, so that's all we'll be covering. So this will be the last week of this year, 2019, the physical year, that we'll be getting through a little bit of all our sports. Also wanted to give a shout out and to some love to the Sand Creek Aggies JV basketball team. As Coach Cole is not a member of their team as well, and broke out my shirt to show some love for you guys this week for Coach Boring and the crew. And I'm wearing my Michigan hat with it because I haven't got me a Sand Creek hat yet. So this will be also what you see me in. It's funny for my live audience. Some people will see me the next day at work because we film the show Thursday nights, and everybody else watches the recorded version on Friday. And so usually when I go to work on Friday, this is pretty much what I wear for Sports Frenzy Friday. Usually what I put on for the show is what I wear for Sports Frenzy Friday. So I'm not really technically wearing it 2 days in a row. I break out the ensemble, put it on for the Sports Frenzy show, and then take it off when the show's done and wear it for the next day. I promise you I don't sleep in it overnight. Anyway, like I said, a shout out to the Sand Creek Aggies JV girls basketball team. Thanks for having Coach Kobe and I don't remember your team. Maybe I'll try and get out and see you guys in action this year sometime. Maybe. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this week's show. We are on Season 10, Episode 13. Yes, indeed, and we still have, even though we're getting ready to go into playoff action, we still have one football game on here for you this week. And as always, we also have good old-fashioned lemonade featured on the show. Keeps the coach lively and jolly on the Sports Frenzy. All right, hey, look at there. We have on Facebook Live already, we have Jamie Rose, former co-host Jamie Rose, joining us on the show. And he says he's watching, and we've got comments from Mr. Rose already. Good Lord, Coach Cole's got to get his eyes checked because it's awful small print on when we're recording on my phone. He will bring you good luck. What brand of lemonade? Jamie wants a promo for what kind of lemonade I'm drinking tonight. All right, just for you, Jamie Rose. This is the Aldi brand lemonade. $1.29 at Aldi. Yes. $1.29 at Walmart. I'm sorry, not Walmart. $1.29 at Aldi, as I was stating. I should just do that all over again. My lemonade tonight is brought to you by Aldi. $1.29. This is some of the best stuff. It's very comparable to Simply Lemonade. I love this stuff. And no cups or containers needed for the coach. We drink it right out of the bottle, baby. There you go, Rose. There's your cheap plug. All right. So this is Season 10, Episode 13. The last regular games before our bowl game special. And let's start off with the one and only... No, you can't. You can't. Jamie Rose asked if you can buy it on www.shop.com. You might be able to get it on our new promotion, AEW. AEWshop.com. I've officially jumped ship, Rose. So that means we can't use DX anymore. So now we're XD. Anyway, jumping into the start of this week's show, we have our one and only college football game for you this week, and it is a doozer. And that is why I have made it your first 3-point bonus game this week. Because it's your first three-point bonus game. It's your first three-point bonus game. It's your first 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is. All right, and I told you this one was going to be a good one. It's good to have you on the show, Rose. I miss you, buddy. All right, we have this comes down to two of our teams that are in the military, and you can never say enough about our military. Sports Frenzy completely and totally salutes you all who serve in the military and play sports too. Let's see. Did you see that? The door was actually already closed. She just let in the Zeke over here. Zeke the dog, Zeke the pug, has decided to join us on the Sports Frenzy show. Kinda, sorta. He's not. I don't think the Facebook Live camera is picking it up, but the other camera is. Anyway, Zeke's in here with us now, joining us on the show. And so our first game this week is a tribute to our troops, and it is. This would probably be considered a rivalry game because they actually do like to beat each other. We have the Army Black Knights. They have 5 wins and 7 losses. They are traveling to and playing against. These guys are ranked 24th. The Navy Midshipmen. The Navy Midshipmen have 9 wins and 2 losses. That is why they are ranked 24th. They're a pretty powerful team. Kickoff for this game is 3 p.m., and you can watch it on CBS. Like I said, I have a lot of love and respect for both these teams. But I've got to go with the Navy team And I'm going with Navy simply because I like NCIS. So there you go. First game. Calm down back there, Zeke. All right, next up, we're moving into NFL football action. These games are all being played. Well, they all are. They're all Sunday games. I don't even know why I put that comment in there. So we got some NFL action for you guys this week. Yes, we're moving into from one football section to the other. You see how this goes. We have the Zeke, cool it. The Houston Texans. They have 8 wins and 5 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Tennessee Titans. This is one of my old, original, very first logos we ever made, because I didn't have a new Tennessee Titans logo made up. So this is one of the classic Sports Frenzy logos right here from the olden days. Tennessee Titans also have 8 wins and 5 losses. Kickoff for this game is 1 p.m., and you can watch it on CBS. Because we follow this team, this is one of our classroom teams we follow, am going to go with the Houston Texans on this one. All right, next up. Oops, if I can get my sheet to turn here. Sheet's stuck together. All right, our next NFL game we have this week, we have the Denver Broncos. The Broncos have 5 wins and 8 losses. They are on the road this week, traveling to and playing against one of my favorite teams, who are off to a really good. They started off. They were struggling a little bit, but now they've come back on stronger than ever. Talking about those Kansas City Chiefs, they have 9 wins and 4 losses. This is also a 1 p.m. game and could be on CBS. You guys know who I got. I got the Kansas City Chiefs. Our third NFL game of the week is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have 6 wins and 7 losses. They are traveling to and playing the last team in the NFL right now. That's right. We're talking about those Detroit Pussycats 2.0. And you remember the reason why I call them the Detroit Pussycats 2.0, because the Detroit Tigers were the first Pussycats this year. And so, yes, the Lions are the Detroit Pussycats 2.0. But, hey, we are already jumped up to picking 5th in this year's top in the NFL draft. So, yeah. Your Detroit Lions, 3 wins, 9 losses, and 1 overtime. And Matthew Stafford is still out, as we rely on our backup quarterback. But Matt Stafford doesn't want to be done yet this season. He still wants to come back for more. So, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. We have absolutely probably 0 chance of winning this game. But because, doggone it, they're the Detroit Pussycats 2.0, I still got to give them the victory. It'll never happen. But on record, I'm showing support for for the Detroit Pussycats 2.0. And those Cleveland Browns. How about those Cleveland Browns, huh? Back up to 50%. They have a record of 7 wins and 7 losses. And they're on the road this week, playing to and traveling. Wait a minute. Traveling to and playing against the 3 wins and 9 losses, the Arizona Cardinals. This game kicks off at 4:30 p.m. and you can watch it on CBS. I'm going with the good old Cleveland Browns. Try that again. Going with the good old Cleveland Browns. I like Baker Mayfield, and yeah, I think they should be able to get a win this week. Our last NFL football game that I have for you guys this week. And the funny thing is, I thought I had a logo for these guys, but I do not. I have not had this team on here since they became the LA Rams, apparently. And I couldn't find the old logo either. So we just have a blank piece of paper for the LA Rams right now. And the LA Rams are 8 wins and 5 losses. So not a bad record for the Rams. As they travel to this week and play against the 6 wins and 7 losses, the Dallas Cowboys. Kickoff for this game is 4:30, and you can watch it on Fox. Not a Cowboys fan at all. So, I've got to go with my blank LA Rams sheet. And yes, I will, if I remember, get a logo printed tomorrow for when we do the show in the classroom. But I'm going with the LA Rams for the win. All right, moving away from, that was our last NFL football game. We're moving into hockey action, yes. NHL hockey action, to be exact. And we got a few NHL hockey games for you guys this week. We have the Vegas Golden Knights. The Golden Knights have 16 wins, 12 losses, and 9 overtime losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars have 18 wins, 11 losses, and 3 overtime losses. The puck drops for this game Friday night, 8 p.m., and the cable network you can watch it on is NHL TV. The Dallas Stars are pretty good, but the Vegas Golden Knights had a heck of a season last year, earned my respect. I've got the Vegas Golden Knights for the victory. Our next game, they're struggling this year, but we have your Detroit Red Wings. The Red Wings have 7 wins, 22 losses, and 3 overtime losses. They're on the road this week, traveling to and playing against the Montreal Canadiens. The Canadiens have 15 wins, 11 losses, and 6 overtime losses. Puck drops for this game Saturday, 7 p.m. And cable network FSD, so Fox Sports Detroit. It's been a terrible, terrible year for our Red Wings, but I'm not willing to write them off just yet. And they're not a cat-related team, so we can't come up with anything like pussycats or anything like that. So I'm still going to believe in the Detroit Red Wings. Yes, I know. I'm probably sacrificing the point. Some loyalties are hard to break. And that's one of them. Oh boy. You're getting it early tonight. Lemonade. Big shot of lemonade right there. Because you know what's coming next. It's time to tune up the clipboard. It's for that moment you either love or hate. Probably most of you hate it. Oh yeah. Well, it's time. Time once again to bring you some blues. Talking about those St. Louis blues. Oh, yes, it's time for some St. Louis blues. St. Louis blues action for you. Oh, yeah. They play the Chicago Blackhawks. I said they got the Chicago Blackhawks. Who have 12 wins and 13 losses. 12 wins and 13 losses. And 6 overtime losses, too. Oh, they're playing the Blues at home. It's a totally home game for the Blues. And the Blues are doing really well. They're back on their winning ways. With 18 wins. And only 8 losses. And 6 overtime losses too. But wait a minute. I said wait a minute. I found a little typo on my sheet info. Well, the puck drops for this game on Saturday at 7 p.m. But I got it down as a Fox Sports Detroit game. And it's not true. So it's a typo. Because I'm pretty sure this is a non-televised game. Well, at least locally. Which kind of saddens me. Because I'd like to see the Blues. Oh, well, all we can do. Because you all already know. I said all we can do. Because you already know. I've got those St. Louis Blues. Wow. Took a lot out of me tonight. Better get another swig of the mighty lemonade. The nice thing is, if you're not watching this live, some of you can go, oh, we can fast forward through that. My classroom, I make them go. They get tortured by it. They're not allowed to fast forward it. They got to hear the whole thing through. And besides, Leah, who they pull most of the time and hasn't got to watch the last couple of Sports Frenzies, when she is in our room, she does like to hear it. She likes my singing. Singing might be stretching the point a little bit. All right. We are now moving into some minor league hockey action for you guys. We have let's see what we got first. The Grand Rapid Griffins. The Griffins have 10 wins, 13 losses, and 1 overtime loss. They're on the road this week. They're traveling to and playing against Bakersfield Condors. The Condors have 9 wins, 11 losses, and 2 overtime losses. The puck drops for this game Saturday, 10 p.m. Not a televised game. However, if you want it to be a televised game, you can go to AHL.com and they have like a pay-per-view thing you can do to subscribe and watch your team, all the AHL action teams. But it's costly. It's expensive. I can't afford to do it. So, those of you who can, it's an awesome thing to do. You can stream it probably on your smart TV or your tablet, however you like to do things. Anyways, with that being said, you guys knew. I sound like a broken record at times with that being said. You guys basically know what I'm going to say. I'm going with the Grand Rapid Griffins for the victory. Okay, next up. More minor league hockey action for you guys. We have some ECHL action. We got the Indy Fuel. The Indy Fuel has 10 wins and 12 losses. They are traveling to and playing against your red hot 13 wins, 8 losses, 1 overtime loss. We're talking about the Toledo Walleye. That's right, the Walleye in action. Puck drops for this game Friday night, 7 p.m. Not a televised game, but it is in Toledo, so you can take your family down there and check this game out. Their arena is right around the corner from the Toledo Mud Hens baseball field. So go down the road, turn to the left a little bit, right around there somewhere. Lost my train of thought on this one. Oh, yes. The other thing I was going to say about these guys, if you can't afford to buy a ticket, then you probably and go to the game when they're at home, then you probably can't afford to get ECHL pay-per-view channel either. Once again, you can go to their website, ECHL, and they have a subscription where you can choose your favorite team, or you can pick out all teams. You can do one game, or you can do a season pass type thing, and you can watch their games live. But it costs money to do that. Did I say I have the Toledo Walleye for the victory? Jamie Rose, you and I are going to have to get to another Walleye game sometime. It's been too long, brother. Okay. Okay, let me see here. All right, we are moving into our basketball games this week. And the cool thing about this, I did get some girls or women's basketball games on here this week as well. But we're starting off with men's college basketball right now with our local teams to begin with. We're starting off with some Adrian College action. Adrian College struggling in basketball this year as well. Men's basketball has 3 wins and 5 losses. They're on the road this week playing against Laura's Dewhawks, I guess is the way you pronounce it. Laura's Dewhawks. They have 7 wins and 1 loss. Tip-off for this game is Saturday, 5 p.m. It's not a televised game. However, as I stated before, sometimes Adrian College has a YouTube page now. So, YouTube sports page, I believe it is. So, I'm not sure because I haven't even checked it out yet. Maybe I should get on there and look eventually for you guys. That might be a good idea before I keep talking about it all the time. To get on there and actually look and see if they're showing any of these games. But they streamed football season games. So I'm thinking they might stream some basketball games this season as well. I could be way off on that one, but maybe not. Anyway, I'm going with Adrian College for the win, even though they're struggling this season. I like my local teams. And speaking of local teams, we have up next Siena Heights Saints basketball team, men's basketball team. They have 4 wins and 6 losses. They're on the road this week, traveling to and playing against Lord's Grey Wolves. They have 9 wins and 3 losses. Siena came out strong early in the season. Now they're starting to slip up a little bit, it looks like. But you know what? We have so much love and support from Siena Heights. Not only do their cheer team and stuff do amazing stuff for us at the Hope Center as far as cheering and just dancing for us and everything else. But Siena is also the host of our Special Olympics now. So, I support Siena Heights. Go Siena for the victory. I believe I said this game, it tips off at 5 o'clock as well. Thought that's what I said. I may not have. All right. Our next local men's high school basketball, really, Tim. Men's college basketball game. We have University of Findlay. They have 4 wins and 4 losses. They're on the road this week, traveling to and playing against one of my favorite teams, the Hillsdale Chargers. The Chargers have 3 wins and 4 losses. Chargers struggling a bit this year, too. Talking men's basketball here. Because Coach Gordy and his son are the baseball coaches, we stand strongly behind the Hillsdale Chargers as well. Well, wait a minute. Tip-off for the Hillsdale game is 3 p.m. on Saturday. And again, that's not a televised game. But it is in Hillsdale. So if you're in the area and want to check out basketball, get up there and watch them in Hillsdale. All right, we are moving on to what is the other college teams playing this week. We have the number 10th ranked, as the recording of the show, number 10th ranked Oregon Ducks. The Oregon Ducks have 7 wins and 2 losses. But they are traveling to and playing against the world's greatest basketball team, coached by the one and only Juwan Howard. Yes, I know they lost the game last night in Big Ten action. But excuse me. But doggone it all, it doesn't matter, because it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Go blue. Go blue. Go, go, go blue. Number 5th ranked Michigan Wolverines. They have 8 wins and 2 losses on their record right now. Tip-off for this game is Saturday, 12 p.m. And you can watch it on CBS. I know I will be. But you guys know who I got. We're talking about those mighty Michigan Wolverines, because it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Go blue for the victory over the Oregon Ducks. All right. Again, there's some games we put on here just because we have some people in the nation who actually like them. So we're trying to be a little bit nicer about this kind of stuff. We have the number 16th ranked East Lansing Burning Couches. The East Lansing Burning Couches have 6 wins and 3 losses. And yes, my patent is still pending on my East Lansing Burning Couches logo. They're on the road this week. They're traveling to and playing against the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have 5 wins and 5 losses. Tip-off for this game is Saturday at 12 p.m. And you can watch this game on ESPN2. And let's see. Hey, it looks like we have our very own Roger Schoonover joining us on the Facebook Live show. Whoa, and there I go. Sorry for the people watching on Facebook Live. They just had to watch the camera fall over. There we go. Now we're... For those of you who don't know, while I'm filming on Facebook Live, I'm using my phone. So my phone is sitting right next to my computer, how we record the 2 different parts of the show. And yes, from time to time, my phone just decides to... Yeah, sorry, Scooney. Scooney says, I just got dizzy. So anyway, sorry about that, everyone. So those of you, caution watching the Facebook Live video sometime in the future. 5-5, 6-3. The Burning Couches have been struggling. $12 p.m. kickoff on ESPN2. I don't... can't guarantee this will happen. But, I'm going to go out of the way and go really ridiculous on this one. I'm going to go with Coach Cole's upset special of the week being this one. I'm going to give the Oakland Golden Grizzlies the victory over the East Lansing Burning Couches. And we're going to call that Coach Cole's upset special of the week. If the Golden Grizzlies get it done, more power to them. Because the East Lansing Burning Couches have struggled some this season. So we shall see. Coach Cole's upset special of the week. Poof, right on the... Just right out of thin air like that. Let's see. So this just in from Roger Schoonover. Roger, I do quote people on the show, so hopefully you don't care that I'm saying this. But he says, "Go Burning Couches, nothing near Frisco is worth cheering for." All right. Next up, because of Bama Buer. That's right. Bama Buer is one of those. She's one of those Bama fans that are. She's around for it all. She likes all the Bama teams. It's not just about football like some people think it is. So their basketball team is struggling a little bit this season. The Alabama Crimson Tide have 3 wins and 4 losses. And they got to play against the Penn State Nittany Lions. The Lions have 8 wins and 2 losses. Tip-off for this game is 2 p.m. Saturday on the Big Ten Network. And, oh boy. This is going to be a tough one for the Bama boys. Neither one of these teams are ranked, though. Bama could come out of nowhere and win this game. I'm going to say, because she likes to hear it on the show, I'm going to say Roll Tide Roll for Bama Buer. I'm going to give them the win over Penn State. I can't do 2 Coach Cole upset specials of the week, so no upset special there or anything. Just giving them the victory. And saying Roll Tide Roll for Bama Buer over there. All right, our last men's college basketball game that we have for you guys this week is the number 13th ranked. Let me get the logo here. Here we go. Number 13th ranked Memphis Tigers. The Memphis Tigers have 8 wins and 1 loss. They are traveling to and playing against the 19th ranked Tennessee Volunteers. Volunteers have 7 wins and 1 loss. Tip-off for this game is 3:30 p.m. on Saturday, and you can watch this one on ESPN. Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Tennessee Volunteers. I'm going to defer, well, not going to really defer, but I'm going to ask the one and only Roger Schoonover. Who do you like better in this one, Roger? You going with Tennessee with 7 wins and 1 loss, and they have the home court advantage? Or do you like the number 13th ranked Memphis Tigers with 8 wins and 1 loss? Wait for him to answer, because whatever he decides on this one is probably who I'm going to go with. We'll give him a few minutes to answer here. Unless he's fallen asleep in his favorite chair while watching the show. No, he has not. He is going Tennessee. Tennessee. So that's who I'm going to go with as well. He likes the home court advantage, too, as one of the things that whenever I have Roger on the classroom show, he pops into our classroom from time to time. We love having him in the classroom, although he won't be doing that much longer because he's actually retiring. So, but when he pops into the classroom for the live version of the show in our classroom, I always like to hit him up with some picks. So now we're hitting him up with some picks on Facebook Live. He went with Tennessee. I'm going with Tennessee. All right, we got some NBA basketball action for you guys. We have Jason Boring's favorite team in action. We're talking about those San Antonio Spurs. Spurs struggling this year. They have been talking about nobody is calling for his head, but Coach Popovich, whenever he is ready to retire, when he pulls the trigger and says, I'm done, they're already looking at 5 potential replacements for him. I believe I posted that on the Facebook page. You can go back and check that out. But, that's truly going to be an end of an era when he decides to step down. And we'll see if he does it after this year. The team is not as good as a lot of the teams he's had in the past. They have 9 wins and 14 losses. They are traveling to and playing against a pretty good Phoenix Suns team. I think I got that logo backwards. There we go. There we go. Phoenix Suns team. Ball's supposed to go up, not down. Phoenix Suns have 11 wins and 12 losses. San Antonio versus Phoenix. And Facebook Live, let's welcome Jeremy to the show. Thanks for joining us tonight, Jeremy. Appreciate you checking in and checking out the show tonight. So we have the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Phoenix Suns. I used to be a huge Phoenix Suns fan back in the day because of Dan Marley. But the Spurs, I like. Yep, Roger's going with the Suns. I have to agree. I actually am going to go with the Phoenix Suns on this one. I agree with you. San Antonio's struggling. I've talked to Jason about it, and he says they just don't have, the talent that they've had in the past. So, who knows? This could be Coach Popovich's last year if things don't go the way he wants them to. That's a Saturday game at 5 p.m. I think I forgot to mention that. And you can watch it if you have NBA TV. Our next NBA game, I've been putting these guys on here because they have our former coach, Coach Beeline, helping them out now. So the Cleveland Cavaliers, but they are struggling this year. He does not have his Michigan boys, that's for sure. Cleveland Cavaliers have 5 wins, 18 losses. That's got to be tough on. Yes, Jeremy is a Suns fan as well. All right, so he says hello to everybody while we're at it too. Currently talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers with Coach Beeline. Coach Beeline isn't used to losing teams, so this has got to be hard for him. But I think he still likes being an NBA coach, so we'll see how that goes. I haven't really heard anything negative from him, so we'll see. And he hasn't really put together a team yet either. This is kind of like he's inherited what he had from the old team. So maybe he'll eventually get him turned around, hopefully before they decide to let him go or whatever. But they are traveling to and playing against the Milwaukee Bucks this week. The Bucks, wow. Unfortunately, this is not going to be good for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Milwaukee Bucks have 21 wins and 3 losses. Now, I've already stuck my neck out there on some games this week, so I'm sorry, Coach Beeline. I can't pick the Cavaliers when the Milwaukee Bucks are playing that good right now. I've got to go with the Bucks and go against my former Michigan coach, man. I'm sorry, dude. Pains me to do it, but there's no way you guys are getting past the Milwaukee Bucks. That's a Saturday game at 8:30, and unfortunately it's not a televised game, so you won't be able to watch that game locally. All right, next up we have for you guys. Get ready for it. Here it comes. We're talking about Detroit basketball. That's right. The Detroit Pistons, your Detroit Pistons, are not doing real hot either. They have 8 wins and 13 losses. They're on the road this week, traveling to and playing against the 15 wins and 8 losses, the Houston Rockets. The Rockets, you have 15 wins and 8 losses. This is Saturday at 9 p.m. You can watch this game on FSD at 9 o'clock if you're not doing anything else. Roger will probably be watching Hallmark movies with his wife. Just had to throw that out there, Roger. But I'm not giving up on these guys. And I'm pretty loyal to some of I'm loyal to some of our teams. I'm not loyal all the time, but I'm loyal. I'm going to go with excuse me. Well, that was horrible. Let's try that again. Detroit basketball. They're struggling. I got Roger laughing over there. All right, Detroit basketball struggling, but giving them the benefit of the doubt, giving them the victory. And that was your last basketball game I have as far as NBA action goes. Here we go, folks. Like I said, I've been trying to find. I don't always get an opportunity to put women's basketball on here for you guys. We got some women's college basketball action for you guys, and this is going to come from our local teams this week. Is the games I believe I got on here that I touched base with. Yes, it is. It's our local teams I went with this week. So, some of these may sound like repeats, but they're not because, obviously we have boys and girls teams, and this is the girls teams we're talking about now. So, and this isn't who Adrian was playing this week, boys-wise. So, these games are on. This first game is Saturday, 3 p.m., not a televised game. But it's in Adrian, so if you want to go head out to Adrian College and check out the girls' basketball team, you can. But first we have the St. Mary's Bells. St. Mary's Bells. And they're apparently from around Notre Dame area. They have 4 wins and 5 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Adrian Bulldogs. That's right. The Bulldogs have 4 wins and 2 losses. You guys know who I got. I got the Adrian Bulldogs for the victory. Sometimes, too, and it's a little harder to find the girls' games because the coverage for it, it just isn't out there as good as it is for the guys, honestly. I mean, the guys' scores come right up. But a lot of the girls' teams, I still have to actually go to the webpage and see if they've posted the scores. And sometimes they don't even post the scores by the time I'm trying to put the show together. So I tread a little cautiously when it comes to our girls' basketball teams. And that's why we don't have a ton of them on here, because it's really hard to find their scores sometimes. So our next game, we have Siena Heights in action. The Siena Heights girls, now they are red hot right now. Siena Heights has 10 wins and 1 loss. They are traveling to and playing against the Lord's Grey Wolves. The Grey Wolves are in trouble because they have 3 wins and 9 losses. This game is on Saturday. It's not a televised game, but this should be absolutely no problem for those Siena Heights girls getting it done this week. Go Siena, go! This is going to sound like a repeat, but it's not. This is the girls' team. This is Findlay, University of Findlay. They have 5 wins and 4 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the 2 wins and 7 losses, the Hillsdale Chargers. Tip-off for this game is 1 p.m. It's not a televised game, but if you're out in the Hillsdale area and you want to check out a game, be there by 1 p.m. And you can... Oh, sorry, everyone. Sorry about that. Darn it. Let's try that again. Sorry about that. Phone fell again. Rocked everybody's world that's watching on Facebook Live. Anyway, I'm going with Hillsdale for the victory, even though their record is not very good. All right, guys. Our last game we have for you this week. I'm excited for this one. I told you guys I was going to start featuring them, and this is the week we've got one of their games on here. I just hope I got it right. There is a new league in Lenawee County for our high school students. Now, our local districts, I don't know if they didn't have enough interest, or they don't have the money for it, or what. But this is the only sport at this point that I'm aware of in Lenawee County, and it's their first season together. They're called Lenawee United. Lenawee United. They are kids from all around our Lenawee high schools. And it's made, this is one of those type of things that's truly, truly about the love of hockey. Because you have so many different, you have kids from every school district that can play on this league and play on this team. And you know, we still have some rivalries in Lenawee County. So what this is made, you have to put all your rivalry away from all your home school that you might go to, and you play together on this team, one team for the love of hockey. Now, one of my former co-workers and my friend, Melissa Morton, her son is playing for this league this year. So, I believe their home games they're playing at the Adrian College, Arrington, is it pronounced? Ice Arena is where their home games are. But this week they are away. Oh, doggone it all. Let's just hold this so it doesn't happen anymore. There we go. We'll just do this instead so it doesn't keep falling on you guys. So this week we have, they are Lenawee United, first season league, and they have, they're doing really good this season too so far. They have 5 wins and 2 losses on the season. Not bad for a brand new league and a brand new team. And they're traveling this week, and they're playing in another United team. Jackson United. Jackson United has 0 wins and 5 losses. So I don't know how long Jackson United has been together as a team, but they don't have a very good record. So, this was also your guys' second, because I'm really excited about this league. So this week is your second 3 points. 3 points. It's your second 3-point bonus game. I can't say enough good things about this team. I just think it's awesome that they have to put all their differences aside, and it's for the love of hockey. So I've got Lenawee United for the victory this week. All right, and that was your last game. Last game this week. But we do have... Let's go to the Sports Frenzy Facebook page, where I have a little bit of news for you guys before we sign off tonight. So we heard that the AFL, Arena Football League, is no more. Well, there is still the IFL, and that is the Indoor Football League. It's the same thing as the Arena Football League. It's just got a different name. They have inherited, not really inherited, but a lot of the teams were jumping ship and heading to this league anyway. So, breaking news though, we haven't had a team close to our area in a while in Arena Football League. And so they are bringing a team to Columbus, Ohio. It says they will announce their plans tomorrow at 11 a.m. to expand to Columbus, Ohio for the 2021 Indoor Football League. So we will actually have a team close to us. That might be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to that. Last I knew, the Indoor Football League was actually streaming their games live on YouTube, and everybody could watch them. So... you might be able to do that again this season, and we'll see how that works out for everybody. Former AFL Philadelphia Soul coach is heading to the IFL. He is heading to the Frisco Fighters to be their head coach. So congratulations to him. The Philadelphia Soul, they actually won a few games in the Arena Football League and won a couple of championships. So it'll be interesting to see how he does in this new league. It has been stated that the Major League Baseball will extend all their netting this year to protect fans from foul balls. They started doing this last year at some arenas, but not everybody had done it yet. So now it's going to be mandatory that everybody starts doing it. It's being reported that the Tigers are looking at right-handed Ronnie Garcia for the first overall selection in the Rule 5 draft. Garcia turns 22 next week. and he finished his season with a Double-A Trenton team. So that's looking like who we're going to pick up right now. Grand Rapids Griffins. The Detroit Red Wings on Wednesday assigned defenseman Dennis Skolowski and Dylan McGrath to the Griffins. So they're heading down to the Griffins for now. There's been a lot of jumping around between the Red Wings and the Griffins. Guys coming up and down, up and down, up and down. So next week at this time, I could be reporting that they're headed back to the Red Wings. Just a messy situation right now. When you're not winning and having a great season, that kind of sucks. So that kind of makes it tough to try and find the guys you like playing for you. Detroit City FC, for those professional soccer fans, we now have a professional soccer team. On Wednesday, the U.S. governing board approved a U.S. soccer team. So get excited, Detroit. You have a soccer team now. Woohoo! Oh, boy. So Avila for the Detroit Tigers. He thinks he's going to go with a 3-year plan to bring the Detroit Pussycats #1. He thinks he can bring them back to their prime in 3 years. We'll see. Garrett Cole and the New York Yankees have agreed to, listen to this, a $324 million contract. Holy smokes. He's making some money. And LSU's defensive coordinator is having some interviews with some different head coaching jobs. We'll keep you up to date on changes that are going on in the coaching areas. Detroit Tigers have announced some of their 2020 minor league coaching staff. You can go online on the Facebook page and check that information out. And I think that's about it. I think it's going to wrap it up for you guys this week on what we have information-wise. So that just about does it for this week's show. Thank you, Roger and Jamie for joining us live on the Facebook show. I appreciate having all you guys here this week. It means a lot to me. And thank you to everybody else who watches the show. I hope everybody has a great, fun-filled, sports-filled, family-filled weekend. And we'll see you back here Sunday night for the weekend wrap-up edition of the Sports Frenzy Show. So I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone. And we'll see you guys again real soon. I'm out.